Dungeons & Dragons is a role-playing board game in which a group of players each design their own characters, which they use to overcome a series of challenges presented to them by the person that runs the game, the Dungeon Master.
Just think of it like the game of Clue, where players walk around trying to discover who the murderer was. Instead, in Dungeons & Dragons, it's just players trying to overcome challenges and defeat their enemies and find magical items that can help improve their character.
Each player begins with a character sheet, which consists of ability scores such as strength, dexterity, intelligence, skills like flying, stealth, and diplomacy, and feats, which just provide some additional advantages to your character. In addition to the players, there are also non-player characters, NPCs. Well, obviously they're not real players, but the DM controls them in order to bring about the inevitable doom of the real players. You may have noticed that I said it was a board game, but it's not like any kind of board game. At the beginning of each D&D session, the DM designs a setting which he draws onto a game map. Each player uses a playing piece, which represents their character, and rolls a die, which determines whether they succeed or fail the DM's challenge. Your character sheet lists your abilities along with a number, which represents how effective that ability is, and your number is added to that roll. If your number is higher than the DM's, you passed. Your question is answered, or you kill your enemy, and you get to press onward. Each square on the map represents 5 feet, and every turn, the player can move up to 30 feet to explore whatever room he chooses. Now that the player has entered the room, he may encounter enemies, such as a skeleton or a goblin, which of course is placed and controlled by the Dungeon Master. And remember, the point of the game is that the player is unaware of what's behind the door when he walks through it. Now, to show you an example of a real D&D challenge.
As you advance closer, a mysterious figure approaches you. He exclaims, "Welcome, travelers! My master would like to provide hospitality for you all. Follow me, a truly interesting night awaits us all."
The zombies attack Chris. Critical hit, you're almost out of health.
I counterattack the closest one with point-blank shot for 8 points of damage.
I'll attack each of them with Scorching Ray.
Alright, that finishes off the both of them.
Yes!
700 experience for the both of you. Good job, guys.
The point of the game is not to win, it's just to take place in a story. That story is created by the Dungeon Master, and he designs challenges for the players to overcome. And that's really the whole point, is to just overcome the challenges. There is no winner. It's just a group of people drinking beers, eating pizza. The point is to be a part of the story.